to week 4 of this Me versus Me challenge. And this week is all about rest and recovery. What do we do to rest our bodies, to give us an opportunity to continue to perform optimally, either in the gym or in our different roles in life, as well as just being able to reset ourselves. I am one for trying new and different modalities for rest and recovery for my body because I am so hard on it all the time. I take the opportunity to do whatever I can.
So rest is a very critical component of a fitness plan, and without it, not only will you be physically fatigued, but mentally as well. Rest has a way of allowing us to think a little bit better, see things a little bit clearer, and without that, our judgment is clouded, our moods are changing, we're easily irritable. It's hard to remember things, and sometimes it's even harder to learn new things because we have not taken that moment of rest. So rest is essential.
This week we've been focused on rest and how it's important in our workout routine. Rest and recovery, it is so key.
Monday, I did full body sculpting at Renee's. Yesterday was so beautiful out, I decided to go for a 2-mile run, and then I came back and did some upper body, chest and back. This morning, which is Wednesday, I got up and did high intense cardio. I am scheduled to do a workout this afternoon at Renee's with full body sculpting with high intensity cardio and lifting weights. Tomorrow will be my rest day. However, it will be an active rest day, depending on the weather. So if it's nice out, I'll probably go out for a nice leisurely walk just to kind of clear my mind, release thoughts that I've been holding on to all week, along with trying to regroup and seeing where I need to be meeting my goals towards the end of the week.
Happy Sunday all. I just wanted to jump on here real quick to let you know that today is Sunday, my rest day. I have to admit that I did do a little bit of cardio. I went for a walk, but nothing major, about 2 miles. I know the importance of taking it easy and doing a rest day, so that's my attempt to be still today. So make your day great. Talk to you soon.
So that gave me an opportunity to check up to see what differences had changed from a year ago, make sure I'm on the right path, no new medical diagnoses, make sure my health and strength and blood work is all aligned. So that's one thing that we find ourselves not doing a lot, and that is not only just resting our bodies, but also our minds too. We play a lot of different roles in our households, wives, mothers, caregivers, just a lot of different roles. We're working women. Our jobs can be really stressful, along with amongst other things. So take time to not only relax your mind, but also your muscles. In order to gain muscles, you gotta rest and relax them, give them time to regroup and, get back to where they need to be.
So it's Saturday morning. I went to Renee's for strength training and went over to the Y to do 30 minutes of cardio. I have to admit that I'm tired today. I did not get any sleep last night, and you all know I need my rest. I like to have anywhere between 6 and 8 hours of sleep every night, and I just did not get that. Had a horrible day at work yesterday, so it showed in my workout, but again, I pushed through it because I know I need this. I need this time, and so it just gave me an opportunity to process things that happened yesterday and get my spirit right. So I needed that me time. Hoping that things are going to get better today, and I'll keep pushing. Talk to you soon.
If your plans are like mine, sometimes they exclude the most critical component of fitness, and that is rest. And rest is essential for several different reasons. One, it allows you to take that time out for you to really pause, to recover, repair, rejuvenate, restore. But most importantly, it allows you to reevaluate if what you are currently doing is actually working, and allows you to make adjustments if needed. So again, without a fitness plan that includes rest, you may be setting yourself up for failure.
And so this week, I had probably a day, maybe 2 days where I rested, like really rested my body, which was really good because what I noticed is I'm able to, push through my workouts a little bit more when I do that, and mentally, I feel energized versus drained. And I know when I've done that, my workouts are a little strained, right? All right, Miss Lady, so we just finished a hard workout. How are you gonna recover?
Well, first, protein.
Amen.
Definitely got to have a protein shake after a hard workout like that to help build the muscle that we just broke down. We broke it all down. So I think I might go sit in my sauna for a little bit.
Good.
Good hot shower. Relax.
One is, I will sit in my sauna for an hour, half hour after workouts. But two is I do cryotherapy at a place called the Recovery Room. And so I am headed in now to the Recovery Room, and I want to take you guys along with me to see my experience. All right, so I am here at the Recovery Room, and I'm headed inside to get recovery started. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good, good. Here to do full body cryo
Okay.
and Normatec, and came on with my elbows.
Awesome.
And this is the scariest for most. So this is the full body cardio or cryo. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jump in, change, and see how I feel right after. They even put on our favorite music
Yeah.
to listen to try to calm us while
Yeah.
we're inside. So right now, what is the machine doing?
So right now it's just cooling down, so it's gonna get to like the desired temperature, and then once it gets to the temperature, we're able to put you in, and then the 3-minute session will start.
Awesome. So 3 minutes max, right?
Yes, 3 minutes
Because if
max.
you go over 3, what happens?
If you go over 3, it'll just start to become very uncomfortable, and like this machine isn't like strong enough to really burn you after
Yeah.
like 4 minutes, but like it won't feel good, and then eventually your skin will like start to melt.
So 3 minutes only. And they give you everything. They give you gloves, earmuffs, sports bras, house shoes. That was cold.
Hey y'all, quick check-in. So I took Sunday off and I really needed that time off. Yesterday I did 1 hour cardio, and today I did strength training and a half hour of cardio. So far my week is off to an amazing start. Let's see how things go. Take care.
Okay, so another truth moment. Yesterday, I actually attempted to start back walking. However, I can honestly say I started back and trying to start at the speed that I was when I stopped. And that was not a good feeling. It was a complete disaster. It was very uncomfortable. My body was reacting to being in a restful state for so long and then trying to push it and force it to do what it had done months before. That wasn't a good thing to do, and it definitely didn't feel great. So this morning I'm at my own pace, but I say all that to say, when you get back or when you return from a restful state, don't feel like you have to start off where you stopped. No, create the starting point where you are and just build upon that. You'll eventually surpass where you stopped from, but you don't feel like you have to start there, okay? Because it was very uncomfortable for me, and I could have allowed it to discourage me, but I just gave myself another chance today, but at a different pace. Happy Sunday.
Taking a stroll outside on this beautiful, beautiful day. It's so beautiful. It was good to see my AP out, looking beautiful, walking in her neighborhood. Awesome, awesome.
Happy Monday all. I am in the line of Starbucks getting me some egg whites because I only prepped my vegetables and so need something to go with my broccoli. I went to the Y this morning to do cardio. I did 35 minutes on the Stairmaster and I ran 2.5 miles. So Monday cardio is complete. I hope you all have an amazing week.
Coming out here, my de-stressor, my therapy, all in one, and my sauna. So it's another thing that I do to relax and to practice Sabbath rest and recovery.
So my mom gifted me the Delta box, and I've been getting it now for, I guess, almost a year. So this is what it looks like, and guess what the theme is? It is actually me versus myself, right? So it's perfect for the me versus me challenge.
Hello everyone, I am headed out to my accountability partner Decatur Webster's home just to do a check-in with her on how she's been doing on the challenge so far. I am very careful around my friend and accountability partner Decatur because I know that she has to maintain, you know, social distance for her amazing son who, you know, has some respiratory issues, and we definitely don't want to create any opportunity for him or her, for that matter, to come into contact with anything from the virus. So that's why you see me with my mask on, and I'm grateful for her that she's allowing us to do this interview today, considering, you know, all things considered with the climate of today. But I'll check in with you once I get there. All right, we are arriving at the Miss Decatur's beautiful home. And, oh, our other accountability partner is here. Hey, Chandria.
Hey.
Did you already knock?
Yeah, she's coming out.
All right, so Decatur. It is good to see you. Same to see you in person.
Thank you.
Week 4 is all about rest and recovery. I chose you for week 4 because I feel like you know how to do that really, really well, as far as taking a break from the fitness world because of everything that comes with it, and reprioritize or prioritize your life over that. How do you walk into rest and recovery? What comes up for you when thinking about rest?
So I think for me, I have to really be intentional with my body. And so when too much is too much and when it's time to rest. And so when I get to a point where things are becoming bored, they're becoming routine, it's just like there's no energy, there's no effort, there's no excitement or motivation. I know it's time to either switch up or just simply take a rest. When I start beating myself up and have overloaded my tasks just to try to get a workout in or just try to do a meal prep, I give myself grace. And so when I see myself or having to extend myself grace over and over and over, it usually is an indicator that I need some rest. And rest for me could be a variety of different things. It could be simply just standing still, doing absolutely nothing. But for the most part, it's just kind of taking a pause. And taking a pause from what I was doing and just kind of stopping and reassessing and seeing, okay, what is my body telling me I need to do? What's the best thing for me at this point in time? And many times it's just simply rest.
Do you feel like it's a build up for you to kind of get to that point?
In the past, it has been more of a build up because I have been so focused on a goal in a given moment. And so I would keep going, and never realize that I need rest. But as life has happened and as things have continued, I've just kind of built now rest as part of the plan. And I think that's where I was missing or going wrong in prior years. I would go, and go hard, rest at the end. And there were no breaks in the middle, and I was finding myself, tired out, overexhausted. And although I had accomplished my goal, I wasn't truly happy. I couldn't celebrate it because I was so exhausted by the time I was able to accomplish the goal. There was no joy in celebrating. And so I wanted to do something a little bit different this time, and that is enjoy the journey. And in order for me to do that, I had to take breaks and take a rest. I'm actually coming back on rest today. I've been resting since September of last year, and I think I needed to do that because I was beating myself up, given the climate, given the things going on in the political environment, things going on with COVID-19. It was just really stressful for me mentally, and I felt myself almost spiraling down into a downward emotional state. I wouldn't say depression, but definitely downward emotional state. And it was because I was trying to do way too much and trying to accomplish a goal that at that time was really unrealistic, given some of the changes that I had to make in my personal life, in my career, with my family. It was just unrealistic at the time. So I allowed myself to take a break. Today, now the weather is great. I'm looking forward to hitting the pavement, getting some walk in, but the rest was necessary, and I couldn't feel guilty about it. I had to allow myself permission and keep the focus off what other folks are doing and not be apologetic for the state that I'm in. I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed my rest, and now I'm ready to get back at it.
Can you describe for us what that downward spiral used to look like for you? Where did that come from?
Yeah. I'm very careful when my emotions start to shift downward. And that's because I've endured so many dark days. So many dark days where I felt like I was going to lose my mind. I felt like I was going to lose everything around me because I really couldn't truly process the emotions that I was going through. And so when I start feeling myself starting to feel down, it takes me to that dark place, that the last time I felt that way. And it's a dangerous place to be. It is truly a dangerous place to be. And so I try to prevent myself from getting there. And again, that comes from me listening to my body and me acknowledging life happens. Life has happened. There are some things that while I'm working out physically, there's some things that are happening emotionally and mentally that I need to account for. And so I'm easily agitated. When I'm finding myself beginning to be more and more frustrated, beginning to just not be accepting of who I am, not feeling okay with where I am, just not wanting to be around people who are where I want to be, it just kind of sends me because it makes me feel guilty that I should be there. And I know the tricks to get there, and I've chosen not to do it. And so I found myself starting to get there, and this time I was able to pull myself out quickly. And it was only because I had taken a break before. So I knew what the reward would be if I just took a break this time.
Plan out this reprioritizing of sorts. What did you do to sit down with yourself to do that?
I had to make me a priority. So I am a very busy person, and sometimes things that I am busy with are not exactly the things of utmost importance, but I like to get it done. I'm a doer, and I'm very task oriented. So I like the check box. I like to check things off the box. And so I feel like if I don't get things done, sometimes it comes across like I'm failing at something. And so this time it was different, because I saw myself saying, you got to choose you. This moment, it is to choose you. As you can see in COVID-19, there were so many deaths. There's so many people that their life was gone in an instant. And I thought about those people who have spent all this effort and time trying to reach a goal, but never get to the end to celebrate it because they never stopped to prioritize them. And so I made it my mission that this time is going to be different for me. So in order for me to prioritize me, I had to look at the areas that I didn't do so well. And that was allowing myself to take a break. I was in this program where one of my mentors, my executive coach, told me one of my issues were I didn't practice the pause. And if we know about grammatical sentence errors and all those things, it's something when there's a run-on sentence. It means totally different. You can get a totally different meaning. You can miss the message if that pause is not in there. And so I saw that I wasn't good at it, and someone else saw that I wasn't good at it. And so I knew this time it was critical for me to actually include the pause in the sentence that I was trying to complete.
And that sentence being you.
That sentence being me. Me with a period, you, dot, period. I mean, that's a complete sentence. Me.
So you mentioned failing or perceived failing. How did you used to deal with that versus how you deal with it now that you've kind of reprioritized things for yourself?
Yeah. So there are times if I were failing or if I felt like I felt like I was beneath everyone else. I questioned my value. I questioned what I really was able to bring to the table. I questioned the strength, the woman that I am. And it has really corrupted the way I think. I know you know this, but to me, I had equated one of my biggest failures was not being able to take my son home that I know God gave me. And I went through this stillbirth, and it was one of the moments where I had never felt like a failure before. I felt like God had given me one job and one job alone, and I couldn't get it right. And despite what the doctors would tell me, it's not your fault. There's nothing you could have done. It just happened. I could not accept it for what it was. For me, it was a failure because I felt like I had done the work. I had prepared my body. I had kept my body. I had made my body a priority all these years, only for me to be, prevented from having the thing that, most women look forward to, and that's having the son. And so at that moment, failure became real for me. And I tried to avoid feeling that failure feeling again because I know the dark place that it took me. And so what I used to do when I failed, I used to really hone into the things that I don't have, the things that I couldn't do, the things that were very hard for me. And so now I look at it totally different. I allow myself to redefine what failure truly looks like. It no longer looks like something that didn't happen, that I wanted to happen, but it's more so about the attitude. I tried my best. I gave it my all. The results were what they were. And I don't look at failure now as a state of being. It's more so the conditioning that you allow your mind to get to. And so for me, failure had to be redefined to not allow me to go down to that dark place again.
Thank you for answering that. I know that you've done an overhaul of sorts. Even me not being able to eat for a while and now seeing you again, coming around spring, start walking again, just your very presence feels lifted. What has it been like for you since you've chosen to reprioritize and restructure some things and see yourself as a part of that scenario? And including yourself in the equation, like how has that benefited you so far?
Yeah. So I can honestly say this moment of rest has allowed me to recharge. I feel more motivated now to get to doing things slowly but surely. Like I said, I didn't allow myself to be conformed to someone else's work style or someone else's workout plan or what someone else is doing. I really took this time to develop the individualized plan for me. So I feel great. I was able to, even during my moments of rest, I was able to keep up with the fitness world without feeling guilty. I was able to incorporate different things on my own time. I was able to enjoy ice cream and all the things that I couldn't have and not feel guilty about it because I knew that I was coming back to it. I was able to remember a lot more because I allowed my time, my time of rest. I was learning a lot more. Although I wasn't working out physically, mentally I was growing. And not saying that you can't have both at the same time, but for me, because my mental is so critical, because I've been to the place where it's just been the thing that just almost put me over to the edge. Now I'm very careful about protecting that. And so this time, after this rest now, I feel so recharged. I feel motivated. I feel encouraged.
I feel like I know more than I did the last time I hit the pavement. I feel like I can go at my own pace and it be okay. And although the rest has been a few months now, I'm okay with the pounds that I have tacked on, but I'm okay because I know they're coming off. I know that I am entering a season that the walking will take the pounds that I gained in the rest season. Because a lot of people, they get it mixed up in that rest somehow has a way of rebuilding and repairing things that sometimes you break during your season where you're overworking or where you're exerting a lot of energy. And the more and more I got to know me during this rest period, the more and more I'm ready to get to know more about me on this pavement. Walking is a way that I'm allowed to go deeper and to not just who I am, but the way I think, the way I process things, the way I walk, the way I show up. So I am sitting here literally excited about the journey that I am about to go on. After this segment, I'm about to go on just to get back at it and to explore the newness of me that has been hidden for so many years because I've been trying to hide behind one goal that I wanted to achieve. And fitness is not just a goal. It has to be a lifestyle. It has to be a journey that you're willing to take. And without the proper association or incorporation of rest, that's an unrealistic plan. And we know what it feels like to live in an unrealistic world, a fantasy land. We become superheroes that don't really exist. Superheroes, and then we have the superhero syndrome, which typically sends ourselves into a downward spiral. And so I feel none of that. I feel refreshed. I'm in a challenge and haven't been challenged yet, only because I've not been able to give what the program has designed for. But I'm excited because it has been a personal journey, but I've been able to enjoy that personal journey with a group of ladies. And we all have our own individual starting points. But the sense of knowing that we all have the same end goal has been exciting and rewarding, and I think I'm better for it.
Well, I'm excited, Decatur, that you decided to say yes to this. And I knew when you said yes where you were. I text and bother you a lot. Hey, we walking today, and you'd be like, no, I'm not ready. And I'd be like, hey, man, all right, we're gonna wait. But you're so vibrant. You're so, when you show up in a room, you really do show up. So I've really enjoyed even the snarkiness that you have incorporated into the challenge and the transparency that you talk about quite often. And I just want to say thank you for saying yes to this, even though you are where you are, which to me is in a very healthy place. But I do look forward to getting back to our walks. This is another way of nudging you, saying, hey, I'm ready too. And, you know, I can't wait to see what this challenge does for you, for us.
Yes.
So thank you for saying yes.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me to say yes, because no could have been the acceptable answer. But you kept asking. You sent folks.
I didn't send anybody.
You sent
she
folks.
sent herself. I didn't send her. She was like, let me talk to them. I was like, okay.
But whatever it is, it was definitely God's timing. But I think that also brings up a point that sometimes when we rest, we can hear things differently. A lot of times we pride ourselves in the things that we're able to accomplish in a short amount of time. But in a moment's time of rest, you can hear things clearly, whether it's someone talking to you, whether you can be able to see things differently, or whether God is simply speaking to you differently. And saying, now is the time. I know I'm going to bring sunny days here short term, so why not start now? I know the plans that I have for you. I know what I'm going to do, and so get in it. Yes, the season may not feel the way you want it to feel now, but I know what's coming. And because I was able to hear kind of how things could connect and could possibly help me get to where I need to be, I said yes. And sometimes that's all we need to do. Say yes to rest. Say yes to recovery. And say yes to restarting. And when I looked at the word rest, I focused on the first two words, doing it all over again. And so I got the word rebuild, repair, recover, rejuvenate, recharge, redefine, reevaluate, all those things. I get the chance to do all those things over again because I say yes to rest. And I think a lot of times we don't get the opportunity to say yes because we're so busy humming. Okay, I chose to say yes. Say yes to rest, and now I'm now choosing to say, let's get started. Let's do it again, restart. So again, it's all about the wording for me. And you know I'm big on words. And so as I began to look at rest and I began to break the word down, I focused on the RE. And RE was so important because it allows me to do things over again. But not just rest and not just restarting, but resetting. Resetting my goals, resetting what normal looks like for me, resetting my ideas of what fitness looks like for me, and resetting the image that I say I want to have. I have redefined the new me.
There you have it. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview.
Thank you.
And like I said, I just really look forward to how things turn out.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna do this.